Hi, it's Nancy, your favorite life coach. And today I want to give you some great tips on recognizing resistance. Recognizing resistance is very important if you want to complete your life goals. Why? Because did you know that there's a part of your brain that sets off alarms when you try to start something new? There's a part of your brain that wants to be, well, very motherly, let's say, or like a big brother, meaning when you're uncomfortable, it wants to give you suggestions to get right back into your comfort zone. You might say, Nancy, that doesn't sound so bad. That sounds like my brain is looking out for me. And that's true. However, staying safe in your comfort zone isn't actually a good thing because then you never walk through your fear and your level of uncomfort to obtain the goals that you desire in life. As a life coach, I am here to help you with that. So let's talk about an example of how the brain does that. I've worked with many people in recovery. They're sober and all of a sudden they're feeling good. And the next day, whoa, all these feelings come up that they're not used to feeling. And what does their brain say? Hey, this is a suggestion. Why don't you go drink? Now, that's not a good suggestion. It may help them to feel comfortable for a while, but they will really pay the price. Another example is all of a sudden, have you ever been lonely and a thought of someone that you know is not good for you that was in your past pops up in your mind? All of a sudden, you're thinking about this person saying, no, I don't want to go back there. That's not a healthy choice for me. But your brain has the memory of being with that person, maybe in the times that it was good, but you have the wisdom to know that would be an unhealthy way for you to go. So, those are two good examples of how the brain tries to be a big brother and it really doesn't help. So, the next question you might say is, well, what the hell am I going to do about it, Nancy? Let me give you three things today, and I will give you three things tomorrow. All right. Number one today, you feel a fear of change. That fear is your first hint that your brain is going into resistance. What you need to remind yourself is this: that may have been the way I was back then, but that's not who I am today. Even though this situation seems similar, this is a different situation. Change is part of life, and I can accept it today. And if you've ever heard any of my talks on mindfulness, I talk about impermanence. And when you have a belief of impermanence, meaning everything changes and you just have to accept that, it's really helpful because it also helps you to have hope. Say, if you're depressed and you can say, well, I believe in impermanence, that everything changes. And so the truth is, tomorrow, without any of doing myself, anything that I've done, I may feel a little bit better. And that is absolute truth. Number two sign of recognizing resistance. You might have a thought that is, that's just the way that I am. And you need to counteract that thought by saying, that's not true. My personality, my character should grow and change. I have the right to think and act differently today. I am in control of my actions. I have new skills. The third and last one for today I'll share is just the thought and action of non-action called procrastination. Instead, how do you eat an elephant? One small bite at a time. So remind yourself, what is a small thing that I can do today towards my goal? If I said I was going to walk 30 minutes a day, could I walk just 5 minutes right now in the house? Anything to get the ball of change moving is the right choice. I'm Nancy signing off. Have a wonderful day.